2026 is going to be huge for Nintendo, and honestly, this is a lot of fun. Now, recently, Nintendo did share their status on Nintendo Switch 2 sales, and honestly, is not looking good. But what do you mean this is a good thing for Nintendo as a whole? Well, it's not really a good thing for Nintendo, but players alike. Because if Nintendo notices that the console sales are down, they might actually start to implement features to bring their players back. Just like the Wii U era. Now, we can say that the Wii U kind of sucked as a system, but the games that system had was honestly awesome. There was so many bangers, and that's why 90% of the library is now on Nintendo Switch. Well, what about the features? Now, that is another key point to bring players back. Features and creativity. Like with the Wii U, we did have Miiverse, allowing players to talk to pretty much anyone across the world. That really worked out well for them because it kept everyone inside the Wii U and 3DS space engaged with each other. Now, okay, if Nintendo doesn't want to bring back Miiverse, there's other things that can bring players together, like themes. Now, we've already started to see Nintendo shift in that direction. We've seen a brand new Switch Online theme that it pretty much is just the happy Christmas sort of theme, which is great to see. It's kind of like you're booting up your 3DS and you're getting all of those different themes from the eShop as a whole. Which honestly, this is fantastic feeling, and it makes you wonder what is next for Nintendo. Well, I'll tell you what's next, and you're probably going to like it. Due to the 30th anniversary of Pokémon and the 40th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda series, we could start to see some fan favorite games return. And one of those games is probably the most iconic Legend of Zelda game, the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now, what does this have to do with anything? Well, the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time has been getting a lot of rumors, leaks recently that is all about a brand new upcoming remaster or remake from the ground up. Now, this is really cool, and it leads you to believe that Nintendo is finally listening to the community. Now, you don't believe me? If you look at Mario Kart World, Mario Kart World was a pretty good game, but you could admit that there was definitely a lot of problems. After intense backlash from the fans across the Nintendo space, you'll see that Nintendo has implemented an update that fixed a lot of the issues that we've seen with Mario Kart World. Now, by no means is that a perfect game, it still fixes a lot of the issues that we had. So what exactly does all this have to do with 2026? Well, if Nintendo starts listening to more and more fans, they'll finally realize what games fans across the world have been wanting, like The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. Now, this is a really good game, and for some reason, Nintendo brought every single game from the Wii U or the main Nintendo games from the Wii U, but not that game or Twilight Princess. And speaking on Twilight Princess, that is one game that we're probably going to be seeing. So many fans have wanted that game, and Nintendo listened by not releasing it to the GameCube application in some way. Now, this will all make sense in a minute, but the GameCube application is usually where they don't seem to re-release games after they're on a Nintendo Switch Online application. So Twilight Princess isn't there, and we didn't even see the game get in coming soon sort of by Nintendo in the Nintendo Direct. So that just all leads me to believe that we are going to be seeing a remaster or remake of that game. Well, if it is the HD version, there's a chance that Nintendo will listen and do a bundle pack for The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD and The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD. This would make sense because a couple years back, many fans wanted Super Mario Galaxy 1 to return and Mario Galaxy 2 to be a combo pack. And what did Nintendo do? This time around, they listened and essentially did that, which is really great. Many fans that didn't want The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, well, we got it on the GameCube application. This could just be a marketing ploy, or it could be because fans want the original one better than the HD version. Who knows? I haven't quite thought about why that is. But now, in 2026, they could finally bring themes. Now, if Nintendo keeps listening to fans and what they want, what type of things they want, well, just maybe we can finally start to see the features that we've always wanted. Like, remember seeing themes on your home screen on the 3DS. Now, that was honestly the best thing. Sure, you're paying $5, nope, $2 for a theme. There was some $5 depending on where you live. But you're paying that for your theme, and you had a fully custom Nintendo 3DS, which was honestly the best thing, and the best way that Nintendo could have taken that whole idea. And now, another thing that we could potentially see is something like Badge Arcade. Now, we recently saw a leak about themes coming soon, but you're going to have to play games to unlock something. What if there is a Badge Arcade, but instead of only the vending machine game or the car arcade game, there'll be something else? Like you hop into that once per day, you get points for whatever. Or is it going to be something like Steam Points, where you buy games and you get little points that you can use to unlock different things, like badges on your Nintendo Switch? No, honestly, this would be the greatest thing and a dream come true. So hopefully Nintendo's over here listening to the community and saying, you know what, guys? We've waited for too long for this. You can have the games that you want. There's definitely been a lot of reasons to bring some of these games. Like, what about the next Kirby game? Now, the last one was all the way back with Forgotten Land, and although that was an amazing game, maybe there's something else up afoot. Because a lot of players did enjoy that, and they do want to see more remasters or remakes for other Kirby games. And one big Kirby game that has been leaked for several months now is Kirby Planet Robobot. So in my opinion, it does make sense to get some of these Kirby games, to get some of these games returned, and 2026 could definitely be that year. So what are your thoughts on this? Do you think Nintendo is finally listening to the community and bringing things that we've wanted back? Because if you look at the Switch Online application, it really is awesome. It is all full of Christmas joy and Christmas charm. If you look at Kirby Air Riders, that is also full of Christmas joy and Christmas charm. It kind of makes you feel like you're playing Animal Crossing all over again, where the seasons change depending on what season it is in real life. In real world, it feels like you're connected to games as a whole once again. So I believe that we are going to be seeing themes return. I believe we are going to be seeing some sort of music. Because remember back on the Wii U where you had some awesome music in the homepage where it was just great, or the 3DS as a whole, or just the Wii. The homepage menu music was honestly awesome, and the Switch, well, I mean, we got Blank. That's pretty cool, right? We got a little bit of sound effect. That's cool. So yeah, it's really interesting when it really comes to it. Now, another thing that I want to talk about, Blank music, Amiibo. Now, Amiibo definitely are an interesting situation. On one hand, some of them are really great, like the Kirby Air Riders Amiibo. Not for $50, but they still are really great. Other Amiibos, you have to buy them to unlock extra content in the game. Maybe Nintendo is going to change that in 2026, but who knows. Right now, it's just a big hula of information and things that we could potentially just see. What do you think about this? Do you think we're finally going to start to see Nintendo return to its former state? The state that they care about their fans and returning to themes and all of those things. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. And with that being said, have a fantastic day and see you in the next one.